Good morning, it's 7:58 and the people lined up and they're about to open the doors. So I'm going to do this real quick. Look at them all. Look at them all. Sometimes they open early, so I better get in there. I'll let you know what happens. But hopefully today's going to be a good day and I'm going to get a million things. Let's go. Just finished up exactly 13 pounds. Nothing crazy picking wise. Got a few cool teas for Buffalo Exchange to trade. Otherwise, overall, mostly uneventful as far as picking. It's 11:15, and I said the picking was mostly uneventful overall. I did get a few really good pieces, but I seriously got them in the first 45 minutes. So the start of the day was great, and then it kind of dwindled from there. So I probably shouldn't have stayed as long, but I got sucked into that. Let's wait for one more rotation. I actually thought about waiting for even one more. And I'm like, no, I got to call it. I will say my Bins buddy Lace in the first 5 minutes pulled a crazy tie-dyed vintage Grateful Dead tee that's worth at least $200. I was super jealous of that, but pretty awesome for him. Of course, Jesse from yesterday's fits immediately wanted to know how much. So I'm sure it'll end up over there. Speaking of yesterday's fits, they're our newest sponsor, guys. I actually have a code down below, aboutiqueforhim, for 20% off of their website anytime, anything that's on the site there. So you should check it out. He always has great prices. And then they have their sales section, I think, that has over like 1,000 items. So you get an extra 20% off of everything by using my code. So yeah. So with that said, you guys, holy cannoli, breaking news, absolute insanity, pandemonium at the Bins today. So they are always like changing up the rules. Like there's the basic rules of like having to stand on one side while they change everything out. But it's like they're always trying new stuff. They're always trying new rules, I guess, to like combat theft and stuff like that. And apparently, so I'm standing there and all of a sudden I hear like all this commotion, all these people freaking out. And they were basically saying no backpacks. Corporate has said no backpacks, which fine, no backpacks. I guess maybe people were like sneaking stuff out in backpacks. But here's where it gets crazy. The guy who is one of the guys bringing out the Bins who's telling us this, he says no backpacks, except the women can have backpacks. The women can, but the guys can't. And everybody was like freaking out. And we're like, what are you even talking about? He's like, that's what they told me. And so then the manager, it's not like the regular manager lady, the new one. It's like some guy. He comes out and he says, yeah, corporate told us no backpacks, but the women, they can have their bags. The women can have bags because they need their bags. And we're like, that's crazy, because basically there was this guy who had this backpack that was one of those really like little backpacks, like flat little, you can barely put anything inside of, right? And he was basically hassling that guy to go put that away, while there were like two women standing there with like full size backpacks on, and they said they were fine. They were totally, which, to give them credit, they thought it was ridiculous too. So everybody's freaking out, and I'm like, that is insane. There's no way that corporate said, I mean, I would hope not, that a company would say, okay, we're going to have a bag rule that only applies to the men and not to the women. I mean, that's problematic on many levels. Not to mention in 2023 with gender issues, like I don't even understand like who in their right mind. I feel like there's no way corporate said that. Maybe they just said no backpacks, and locally they decided that meant women should be able to keep theirs. It was nuts. People were yelling. I actually yelled at the guy and I'm like, are you insane? Like, tell us like no bags or certain sizes, but you cannot tell me that Goodwill corporate actually thought it was a good idea to say that you can't have a backpack if you're a man, but it's okay if you're a woman. And then you're going to have like the staff have to be in the position where they have to judge who can or can't have bags. Like that's completely insane. And I was telling him, I'm like, you guys are nuts. Like that's such a liability. Like, are you serious? Are you like wanting to get sued? Like what is it was just crazy. Like they said, you know, we can have, like people can have fanny packs, whatever. But the backpack thing only applies to men, which what are you even talking about? Completely insane. I'm guessing that won't last very long. Like seriously, how hard is it to just say no bags more like bigger than a fanny pack or a small purse? Like whatever. I mean, it's all silly because you can walk around with an IKEA bag. People are walking around with IKEA bags. They're enormous. If people are going to steal, they're going to steal. If you can easily steal a freaking t-shirt by putting it under your shirt, it's stupid. So it's just got to be like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Everybody, men, women, everybody, they were all like freaking, there was lots of yelling going on. It was, it was probably the most happening thing to happen there in a while, but just completely nuts and not a smart move by Goodwill. Again, I don't think that like corporate actually told them. I cannot imagine they sent out a memo saying men can't have backpacks, but women can. I would imagine they said no backpacks in general. Wow, sorry about that. I was filming and all of a sudden my phone said that my phone was overheating and the camera could no longer work. I had it up on the dashboard, and while it wasn't too hot in the car, I guess on the dashboard right in the sun, it made my phone get super, super hot. Anyway, just to wrap up real quick, all I was saying is I really do think it probably was on a local level, maybe just at the bins, that somebody there had the fantastic idea of singling out only men with backpacks without thinking at all about the legal liability that puts on them, particularly in 2023. Just the whole male versus female thing on its own, and then you add in, what do you do with non-binary people? What do you do with trans people? So a trans man can't have a backpack, but a trans woman can't. I don't know. It's all very problematic, and then you're putting your employees in a position where they're supposed to be policing people, and it's just idiotic. And I'm gonna guess, like many of the other rules they have tried over the last like few months, this one's going to disappear as well when they realize how completely stupid they're being. But let me know, what do you think? Is it gonna take somebody suing Goodwill? I mean, this would look really bad for them. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, like anything's going to come from me doing this YouTube video. We don't have a big enough following, but I just thought it was kind of a crazy thing that happened. Anyway, let's get into my haul for today. I don't feel like I was as successful. Like I said, my first like 45 minutes or so, that's when I found all the best stuff. I did find 3 things to give to Vicky. So we're going to do another little thing where I'm going to show you each piece and you can tell me if it was a hit or a miss. I know Danica, you had fun with this one. Kind of stole it from your blankets when you did the Friday No Pants Friday After Dark with us. So, hey, I'm just stealing from you, but I'm going to give you credit right now. Anyway, I did pick one thing that I think Vicky will be mildly jealous of. So I did not hit it out of the park like I did yesterday, but overall it was okay. Of course, I did have a handful of items that I'm not even going to show you because it's just mediocre stuff. So I'm going to show you just kind of the highlights, and then of course the 3 things for Vicky, and then very lastly, I will show you the piece that may or may not make her mildly jealous. It will certainly not make her regret leaving me forever or the weekend to go to Colorado. Okay, let's jump in. First off, I just recently got another one of these. It's a different design, but it's these Goddard, what's the artist? Is it Michael Goddard? Here's the tag. These are like mid-2000s, so vintage Y2K. They're kind of Vegas-y shirts. On the front it says Burning Blackjack. They should probably get that checked out. Rio, Las Vegas. This is dead stock. And then the back has a really cool graphic of these cards. Nice blackjack hand of 21 on fire. I think this is actually a cooler design than the other one I have. The prices, the comps are a little bit all over the place, but I would imagine I could probably get like $50 for this. Not bad, since I only spent $1. So that was actually probably the best condition piece I got today. Actually, that's not true. My favorite piece is probably the best. All right, next up, this is a little bit dirty, needs to be washed. It is not vintage. It is actually the brand, I think it's Uniqlo, is that how you say it? Which is kind of like a men's kind of streetwear, affordable streetwear brand. Here's the tag, and you can see right there, Keith Haring, who is a iconic pop artist from the 80s and very popular in streetwear. Anything vintage with his stuff on it can go for a lot of money. But this is just a cool, it's got the little embroidery right there. It has his signature embroidered in the sleeve, and then it's got this cool little tag right here where it says Keith Haring, first major exhibition, October 1982 in New York City. I didn't find this exact same sweatshirt. The sales on these kind of are all over the place. Again, this is like a kind of affordable, cheaper streetwear brand. It's pretty popular, but maybe not as popular anymore. But I do think I can probably sell this for around 40 or 50 bucks. It is a small, needs to be washed, but still a cool little piece. Next up, this is actually kid size, which bums me out, but I couldn't leave it behind. I think it's dead stock. It's on a Gildan tag. You can see it's a youth size large. So this is, it says made in Mexico. So this might be late 90s, early 2000s. But look how freaking cute this is. I can't pass up a skateboarding thing. Skateboarding, an American tradition. So just kind of a cute kid sweatshirt. So I don't know, maybe I can get 20, 25, 30 bucks for it. Couldn't pass it up, even though I hate listing kids' clothes. Next up, I've got kind of worn out vintage Gap denim long sleeve shirt. It's got a bunch of wear here on the collar, but it says Gap denim. It is made in Hong Kong. It's an extra large. I don't think it came this way. I think somebody painted on some flowers, but I actually think it looks pretty cool. So I went ahead and grabbed it. Again, when you're only paying, this is probably £1, so about $2. Why not, right? So, but I think I can get like 50 bucks for this, 40 bucks with the flowers, right? Still cool. That was a bin that I had already looked at a couple of times, so somebody must have tossed it back. Next up, I just have a few more pieces, guys. This is going to be a much shorter video today. I didn't go on any extra adventures. Vicky had a bunch of stuff I had to ship. I just finished shipping. She had like 13 items going out today. I had 5, so I had to do all that shipping for both of us. This is super dingy, and I might put this in my pile of stuff for Crystal to repair. It just has a hole there where it's separated on the seam. This needs to be washed. It needs to be sweater shaved, but it's pretty cool. Connecticut State Police Forensic Science Laboratory. Look how cool that is, man. It's got a little DNA on it. I just think it's pretty cool. Since I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts and whatnot, I've been listening to the Dateline podcast all day today. But super cool. It might be worth paying $5 to get that fixed. Sell this for like 50 bucks. Just because with the hole there, I feel like it brings the value down quite a bit. Okay, now I'm going to show you, other than my piece that will make Vicky mildly jealous, mildly envious, this is probably the coolest, most interesting piece that I got today. And again, everything I got was within the first 45 minutes. So I was telling you, my bins buddy Lace had found that really awesome vintage tie-dye Grateful Dead t-shirt like within the first 5 minutes. Well, he showed that to me, and then I turned and started digging in this bin and pulled this from the bottom. Now this is dead stock, vintage. I think it might be like a bootleg. It doesn't have, it says 1990 on it, and it does have like the artist's name. It almost looks like it's like hand signed underneath. It's interesting. But it says February 11th, 1990, Viva Mandela. And it's just a really cool Mandela t-shirt. But I actually did a Google image search, and I can't find this image anywhere. I use Google Lens. It is, you can see the fold lines. This is dead stock, single stitch. It's on the New Star tag right here. It's a nice size. It says it's a large, and I think it actually is a large. But just a really cool shirt. I mean, Nelson Mandela, I used to have a really cool Nelson Mandela shirt. It took me forever to sell it, but they can go for a lot. So I don't know. This is my favorite find for sure. Again, it might just be like some bootleg shirt that was made in 1990, but I think it's pretty cool. I love it. And I'll probably try to sell it for, I don't know what I'll price it at, but I'm hoping I can get like $100, 75 to $100 for it. We'll see. I need to do a little bit more research. Maybe I'll take it in to see Jesse and see what he thinks about it. Okay, saving my jealousy piece for last. Let's look at the 3 items that I grabbed for Vicky. I don't feel as confident with today's picks, guys, for Vicky. I don't feel as confident, so I need a little guidance. And maybe after Vicky comes back, maybe we'll do a video where it's just her going through all the stuff that I got for her, and she can prove me right or wrong as far as if I should have picked them up for her or not. But I don't feel as confident today, guys. So I guess that's just the whole theme of the day is my lack of confidence in my choices. Okay, so this I especially am kind of like, I don't know. It's a little bit cheap feeling, but this is the tag. I don't know if this is vintage or not. It says NF, free size, made in India, 100% polyester, but it's just a Capcan. But the design on it's really, really cool. It's really cool, bright, vibrant colors. And it says, I mean, it's kind of like a Black history, Black women. I can't really read everything that says. I'm trying to. I see beautiful, strong, educated, confident, proud. I don't know. I think it's got a really cool design. I can't see what the word is at the top. I don't know what that says, but it kind of. No, I can't. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, so maybe I'll keep this for myself. I don't know. I have a feeling Vicky might be like, I don't know, and she'll say no to it. I have no idea what it is. I mean, it's Capcan or whatever. Anyway, so that's the first one. You can tell me hit or miss. Hit or miss. This is the other one I'm not sure about. I'm pretty sure this is vintage. It looks like maybe late 70s, early 80s. It doesn't quite have the dagger collar, but it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a widening on the collar at the end. The reason I grabbed this is, I mean, I think the pattern's really cool. Just like a blouse. It's got kind of a cool pattern going on. I'm not entirely sure what everything is in the pattern. I see some musical notes there, but look at how awesome these buttons are. Let's see if I can get the detail there. They're like little flowers. Aren't those cool? Yeah, so it's definitely a women's blouse. I don't know if this is handmade. It's really well made if it is. I don't see any tags on it anywhere. Maybe I'm just missing them. I don't see any tags that were like taken out. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is Vicky gonna like this, or is she gonna reject it? Is that a hit or a miss? What do you think? You can see how full of confidence I am right now, but I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. All I know is it's a women's shirt. All right, the last piece for Vicky. Now this I feel fairly confident about. This is just a denim skirt. It was made in Vietnam. It's a bigger size. It's true blue, plus size, and it's just a really nice denim skirt. I don't know all the words for styles. Vicky would be able to tell you that, but it's just a nice, bigger size, long denim skirt. And I'm pretty good at picking out the denim stuff for her and having her say I was right. So those are my three things. Tell me if you think it was a hit or a miss on any of them. Did I get any of them right? I don't know. All right, last piece. Again, theme of the day, lack of confidence. I actually do really love this sweater. I'm just saying I'm not entirely sure how much Vicky is gonna be like, ooh, but so this is a Liz Claiborne one. It's the Elizabeth brand. I'm still gonna list this as men's. I don't care, I'm a rebel, okay? I don't follow the rules. This is made in Hong Kong. So this is like probably 80s, early 90s. Again, it's that Elizabeth brand, it's Liz Claiborne. But look at this awesome sweater, guys. How cool is this? So I actually am really excited about this piece. I think it's beautiful. The whole Southwestern thing is always very, very popular. Just a really cool sweater. I know Vicky would definitely have grabbed this at the bins. It's just whether or not she's gonna be like overly jealous of it. You might be a little, depends on how well she does in Colorado. But I'm pretty stoked about this one. And I think this will definitely get a little bit of envy out of Vicky. All right, that's everything, guys. A little bit shorter video today. Tell me what you think about the new bag policy at Goodwill. Tell me what you think about my pickups today. Tell me what you think about my choices for Vicky. And of course, my goal of trying to find at least one piece that's gonna make Vicky jealous. How did I do? You tell me. And tomorrow will be day 3, but this is the end of day 2. Appreciate it, guys. I'm already a little tired. I could already use a little nap. I feel like I've been doing a lot today, and I haven't listed one thing, and it's like after 3 o'clock, and I still have to edit and upload this video to get it ready for tomorrow. But I want to list at least, I don't know, 15, 20 items. So it's going to be a long day. Again, been up since 6:30. All right, maybe I should end the video. What do you think? All right, guys. You want to see the dogs? I'll let you see the dogs. Bye. Your fans would like to know what's happening over here. Or are you just taking a little nap? Is it true that you got to sleep in bed with me last night when usually you sleep down here with your sisters? And is it true that you slept all night cuddled up next to me, and when I got up this morning and was going to bring you downstairs so you could go to the bathroom, you didn't want to leave and you just kept rolling over under your back so that I would scratch your chest? Is that true? I think so. You so sleepy. All right, let's go see these old ladies. Oh, okay. Here we go. Hi, Looney. Hi, old lady Grizz. You my old lady, huh? Yeah. You're a good girl. Yes, you are.